What is up? What is up? Is this true? Katt Williams confirmed Diddy put a hit out on Ali Carter ahead of federal trial. Ali is in danger. Ali is in danger. No, I don't think Ali's in danger because the trial just started, man. I think Diddy got better things to do. But Katt Williams has put out, what y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Uncle Mike is all over this trial, man. I started off the first 2 days, man. I was sick, young. I was earling. Man, I was earling so bad. Diddy just made things big, last minute moves. Smokey Robinson. Golly, they talking about Smokey Robinson now. Dude, it's too much to cover, man. So, hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out right here, man. Let's check it out. Here we go.
At Katt Williams, who's getting exposed next? Hashtag Katt has the answers. Well,
that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested. I already knew that 7-8 months ago. We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. See the next arrest? There's number 3. It's coming. And we're in the way.
I hope she's okay, man. I hope Ali is okay.
Katt Williams is at it again, and this time, he's confirming what we've all been thinking. Diddy has put a hit out on Ali Carter, and he wants her silenced, especially now that we're just weeks away from that federal trial. Now listen, Ali's been off the grid for a minute. Some people say she's in witness protection. Others believe she just went into hiding after being harassed and stalked online. But what's really going on? Is her life actually in danger? Well, that's what Katt is out here confirming. And if you know how Katt moves, he doesn't say things unless he means it. And what he's saying now, it's sounding like Diddy's willing to take this to the grave, literally. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Ali Carter ain't just some random internet clout chaser. Nah, she's the same woman who went viral last year for exposing Diddy and a whole lineup of Hollywood elites for the unspeakable things they allegedly did to her. And we're talking about little ones too.
We are talking about kids? Huh? What? No! Somebody better answer something! How many more kids do you need?
Ali didn't hold back. She claimed she was trafficked through tunnels under big-name properties, taken to secret parties at places like the Playboy Mansion, and forced to watch and sometimes participate in rituals that no human being should ever witness, especially not a youngin'.
There are underground tunnels that are under the schools, elementary, junior, and high schools all over the place. They exist everywhere. They lead to amusement parks, they lead to hospitals, cemeteries, schools, celebrity homes.
And y'all.
Yeah, I gotta admit that I thought she was lying about these tunnels and all this tunnels with talk. Tunnel this, tunnel that. Come find out, dude, there's a lot of tunnels that's going to different houses, crossing countries and everything. It's a lot of tunnels. Damn, it's a hot, especially in other countries. Tunnels, man. I did not realize that it's some very, very long tunnels also. So I did some research on that. And that's when I became Ali Carter believer. I'm not saying that I believe some of the stuff I think she be dreaming. But even when she said, and I'm going to let it roll after this, she said Biden be smelling the kids. I'm like, what? Now I know she lying. And to come find out that was true. So from now on, when Ali talk, Jaguar Wright talk, and all these other people talk, I don't put, because I don't know. I've been in my house. I grew up in a mom and dad type family, almost like the Cosby Show. Just a poor version of the Cosby Show. So, hey, I don't put nothing past nobody no more.
Lead to amusement parks, they lead to hospitals,
look at this.
cemeteries,
look.
schools, celebrity homes.
And y'all, The stuff she said, we're talking containers, coded messages, underground bunkers, CPS workers being involved, celebrities pulling strings, a whole trafficking ring operating right under everyone's nose. And when she tried to speak up before, nobody listened. Not law enforcement, not the media, not even CPS. But now, the world is paying attention. This is where Katt Williams comes in. See, Katt has been dropping breadcrumbs about these so-called Hollywood rituals for years, and now it's all starting to make sense. He's spoken on the blood rituals, the silence culture, the dark side of fame, and y'all remember when he said he didn't want to party with Diddy? Back then, people thought he was just being dramatic, but Katt knew what was really going on.
Ties hand in hand with MK Ultra and satanic ritual. Some of you guys have seen Satan.
So both Katt and Allie have been talking about the same things: ritualistic blood ceremonies, underground trafficking, coded symbolism, and of course, that strange obsession with the GOAT. According to Katt, even calling someone the GOAT is part of the Baphomet agenda, programming the public to accept darker spiritual themes without realizing it. So, when celebrities get praised as the GOAT, there's allegedly more to it than just talent.
Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender.
So it's not surprising that Katt and Allie's stories are starting to overlap. And what's even crazier, sources are now speculating that Allie Carter might actually be called to testify when Diddy's trial kicks off, which means if she takes that stand, it's over for him. Now, it looks like Diddy's not just scared of Allie Carter, he might be trying to erase her. Y'all remember that wild story about Diddy sending pizza-coded messages from prison, allegedly using other inmates' phones, sneaking messages through commissary notes?
Are you listening? I entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza.
And according to Whispers Online, once he caught...
Man, I thought we made that clear that was AI. That was some bull. I thought we made that clear. Hey, just letting y'all know, that recording was fake and made up. That's not... Diddy didn't say that. That's fake.
Rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza.
They still using that. That's
according
fake.
to Whispers Online, once he caught wind that Allie might be involved in the federal case, he went full beast mode trying to shut it all down. And what happened next? Allie vanished. She hasn't posted in weeks. Before that, she said her home was vandalized, she was being followed, and people were breaking in just to scare her. Sis even went on IG Live one time, talking about how she was sleeping with one eye open, terrified that someone was coming for her. And with Diddy's alleged ties, money, and access, it's not hard to believe that he could be behind it, especially if taking Allie out means one less person ready to testify against him.
Wow,
so here's the
that's
kicker.
crazy.
It's not just Diddy who allegedly wants Allie Carter silenced. No. Word on these internet streets is that other Hollywood elites are putting pressure on Diddy behind the scenes. Why? Because if Allie testifies, she's not just airing out his business. She might blow the lid off a whole network of celebrities who were allegedly involved in those parties and what went down there. Let's start with one name that shocked everybody: Denzel Washington. According to Allie, Denzel was at those same Diddy parties, you know, the ones with the rituals, the tunnels, the special guests. And she ain't just name dropping for clout, she's saying he was part of that inner circle that looked the other way, or worse, participated.
Lecrae, you a damn liar. You people that are listening, that are angry right now at the things that have gone on to the children, you guys need to rise up, and you need to start demanding that all these
But even that's not the most shocking part. It's when she
go.
brought up Oprah that the internet lost it. Now, y'all know Oprah has always had this wholesome anti-type image. But according to Ally Carter, it's all a front. She's claiming Oprah allegedly helped deliver young girls to these elite parties, the same parties Ally says she was brought to. And the most damning part, she connected it back to Oprah's all-girls school in South Africa, saying hundreds of those girls have gone missing with no trace.
Put us on a TV set. No, thank you. Why? Because that TV set was linked to Oprah. No, thank you.
And let me tell you, the comments under these conspiracy threads, the people are not holding back. One comment said, 100,000 of children go missing every year in the United States. Why is there no outcry for them? Where are they? Another said, Oprah had 100 of missing children in Africa where she opened an all-girls school for them. No one has seemed to find them. And someone really pieced it together with this chilling comment. I knew Oprah was part of the darkness in Hollywood when I saw Dave Chappelle on her show, discussing how they make you look crazy to fit their narrative. And she responds with, are you crazy, Dave? Low-key on live television, letting him know she's on the other side. Now let's unpack that real quick.
That's crazy. Hold up. Wait a minute. I ain't never look at it like that. But I noticed Dave Chappelle haven't been on Oprah's show since then. And Dave and Katt Williams, think about it, man. They big time, but they ain't big time looking like a Kevin Hart. They're not big time looking like Dave Chappelle was in a couple of movies with Martin Lawrence. Katt Williams was in a couple of movies with Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? But these ain't no diehard type big time movies like a Kevin Hart, man. Kevin Hart is into some big mega movies, so to speak. I don't know what you want to call it, but they still doing their thing. It's almost like I don't need to be $200 million. Come on, dog. Where's your dick? What? Why do you like kids like that in the first place? Ew.
If you remember, Dave Chappelle did try to speak on the dark side of the industry. He warned people about the humiliation rituals, how they strip you of your identity, and then label you crazy when you speak out. And when he went on Oprah's show, she didn't back him up, she challenged him. Some viewers now believe she was signaling to him, you're not supposed to talk about this.
Everybody calls me crazy. You know, I mean,
you're hearing on the news things like he's gone crazy, which that didn't sound right, you know. And
maybe I know stuff people don't want me to talk about. So we're going to what other people believe. So they'll call me crazy. But it was a weird thing to get called crazy. At first it was scary.
So if Ally is naming Oprah and fans are connecting those dots back to the school, the show, and the missing girls, it's looking real messy. Now, here's where it all gets sinister. Think about it. If Ally's been quiet lately, and if Diddy and other major figures allegedly want her gone, that tells us she knows too much, too many names, too many faces, and she's one of the only people who survived long enough to speak on it. Katt Williams basically said it without saying it. Ally is dangerous to their system, not because she's famous, but because she remembers. And if she really gets that court invitation, it's over. Not just for Diddy, for everyone tied to those parties. And the wild part is, we still don't know where she is. Some sources say she's in witness protection. Others say she's hiding out overseas with help from independent journalists and survivor networks. But wherever she is, she better stay safe. People are whispering about a Hollywood cleanup crew, not just PR teams and spin doctors, but actual enforcers who allegedly handle people like Ally Carter, the ones who talk too much the ones who survive, the ones who can't be bought or scared off. Katt Williams hinted at it in a recent podcast when he said,
"But Dave Chappelle was decapitated in front of us, and until we deal with that..."
Insiders are saying this is part of a long-standing Hollywood tactic: intimidate, harass, discredit, and finally, eliminate. Some even call it the ritual disappearance. And we've seen this playbook before with people like Isaac Cappy, Aaron Carter, Britney Spears before the conservatorship cracked, and even Katt himself when he was blackballed and called crazy. What's even crazier is that ever since Katt started co-signing Ally, other alleged survivors have been quietly reaching out. Some are sharing similar stories, rituals, high-profile celebrities, tunnels, masks, code words, and horrific mistreatments behind the scenes of Hollywood's glitz. A woman came forward claiming she attended the same underground parties Ally Carter described. Misha had originally filed a lawsuit as Jane Doe, but she recently went public in an explosive interview, and the details will make your stomach turn. She claims she was harmed by Diddy as a teenager, and what's worse, J-Lo was allegedly right there when it all happened. According to Misha, J-Lo wasn't some passive bystander looking away. Nope, she claims J-Lo participated in the abuse. Misha described horrifying instances where J-Lo allegedly inserted objects into her private area, and yes, she said this on record.
He did what he did to me, and then when it was time for Jennifer Lopez, she was there with a guy, and he was standing there looking disgusted, but didn't nobody save me. She stuck that glass in me, and after that, my eyes were booked the whole time.
If what Misha is saying is true, that completely flips the narrative we've had around J-Lo. This isn't just about dating a problematic man. This is about actively participating in a ring of mistreatment and exploitation. And this would mean that J-Lo isn't just guilty by association, she's allegedly in it, deep. Another woman, Tanea Wallace, an aspiring artist, says she was invited to one of Diddy's infamous gatherings by a Saudi prince. According to Tanea, this wasn't some glitzy Hollywood party. She described the atmosphere as a twisted fantasy with explicit acts happening in plain sight. But what chilled her to the bone? The way young girls dressed like Harajuku Barbies were being paraded around, isolated from the crowd, kept hidden yet on display. She said it felt like a dark performance, with these minors being pushed to the background like props in a nightmare.
2018, I went to this freak off. I looked to the right of me, and in the corner, I'm looking like, are those midgets? Because people were it's people over them, it's people trying to hide what they're doing. They're all huddled up. So I'm like, what is that? But no, they weren't. They were little people.
And of course, Diddy's legal team immediately jumped in to shut it down. They told TMZ her claims were categorically false and accused her of clout chasing. But Tanea stood firm, and fans are starting to ask, why does this sound like exactly what Ally Carter described years ago?
Are you talking about adults who are little people, or are you talking about minors?
Am I gonna get in trouble? I don't want to say I witnessed any of that crazy stuff, but we all have common sense.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Little people.
That means
it's not supposed to be there.
Then comes Adriana English.
That's crazy, man. When she said that, and it's funny, man. All these people lying. You mean to tell me all these people are straight up lying about what they seen? Well, here come another liar, Lord. I feel sorry for all three of these little girls right here, because are they just clout chasing and they just trying to get interviews on YouTube? Because that didn't work for them. I know that didn't work. And she has a daughter that's doing some weird stuff also, by the way.
I witnessed any of that crazy stuff, but we all have common sense. Little people. It's not supposed to be there.
Then comes Adriana English, better known as Adria, a former adult film star who came out swinging with serious receipts. Adria claimed that federal authorities found tapes of her at Diddy's parties, and y'all, these weren't just tapes of celebs getting wild. Nope, These allegedly involved politicians, foreign royalty, and
they showed this 3 or 4 times. Shout out to Tigger, man. I used to work at the radio station with my bald head guy in the middle. Tigger was a hard-working guy in the radios.
At Diddy's parties. And y'all, these weren't just tapes of celebs getting wild. Nope. He
was kind of big time in the DC area, so shout out to Tigger. We had a lot of conversation and different things. He didn't help my career or anything like that, but we just worked at the radio station at the same time.
Allegedly involved politicians, foreign royalty, and high-level officials. She didn't name names, but the way she said politicians and princes, the internet was in shambles for days.
The others are from European countries and of a royalty. Very royal. Very royal.
Like princes, that type of thing?
Definitely a prince.
Whoa.
The opposite of being smooth. If you have smooth arms as opposed to hairy.
And it gets worse because Adria alleged that Diddy trafficked her to elite figures, including European royals, who engaged in what she called FO activities. She described Diddy's mansion as a place where these powerful men could indulge in whatever they wanted without consequence. She said they would blend into the crowd, play innocent in public, but do unimaginable things behind closed doors.
The one that's newly married to the biracial lady.
That's the only prince. That's the only prince I know.
Okay. Damn, y'all.
Allegedly. It's a few people that are presidential.
A few. So it was more than one president.
Somebody who should have just stepped down and retired and appointed somebody else to the actual power instead of them making them.
And in one of her most disturbing claims, Adria dragged Janice Combs, Diddy's own mother, into the center of this horror show. According to Adria, Janice wasn't just aware of what Diddy was doing, she was allegedly participating. Adria claimed that Janice and music mogul Clive Davis both took things to a level that should have never been crossed, involving a young girl in deeply inappropriate acts. She alleged Janice used her power to manipulate and control Diddy, shaping him into what he is today. The influence was described as toxic, creating a legacy of abuse and dominance that played out in every corner of Diddy's empire.
Why you do that to your son, allegedly? Why are you allegedly turn your son out and now he's this global, worldwide, global threat? You know why he has so much anger against women? Because of you, Janice. Because of what you did to him.
You see where this is going, right? This ain't just about Diddy anymore. This is about a network, a machine that allegedly includes mega celebrities, foreign royalty, and even politicians. And now, with Allie's story resurfacing and Katt Williams basically standing 10 toes down on what she said. But let's slow it down for just a second, because I gotta ask y'all, do you think Katt Williams is putting himself in danger by exposing Diddy like this? Was Allie Carter telling the truth all along and the industry tried to silence her? If these allegations are true, how deep do you think this rabbit hole really goes? And who else might be involved? I want to hear all your thoughts and theories down in the comments. Don't hold back. And if you're into the truth, the drama, and the deep dives they don't want you to hear about, you already know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next.
Wow, man. Hey, check this out, man. That would be amazing if Ali Carter took the stand. Even if she was like anonymous, like a Jane Doe, right? Jane Doe, that's what they call them. Man, I would love, man, I wish that for a minute till we get to the bottom of this one, right? All we got to do is just use one every now and then. Get to the bottom of it and actually say, look, we're just going to get to the bottom of this. Everybody come out and tell the truth. what went down, what happened. And Allie come up there and say what she need to say or whatever. That would be cool. You know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm hoping that Allie is safe. I'm hoping to God that she is safe, man, because I look at it like this. Even if she is lying, I still don't want nothing to happen to her. You know what I'm saying? I like her. I think she cool peoples. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so, man. Peace out.